All right, ladies and gentlemen. CDs, Holster, it's good to see the both of you. Psycho here as well. Now, you guys know this from the community post that I put in, well, the community tab. I originally planned on playing Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, so we can have like a little bit of a refresher to the series. But Sandland dropped a demo while me and Gagio were having a discussion talking about different things such as Transformers. I was showing him Roger's gameplay for Power Warriors 4. Actually quite surprised that they haven't shown any new information about Roger yesterday or today. So it gives me the impression that maybe they're spacing it out like they did before we get more. And I've been checking back constantly to see if they have any new stuff show up. But I haven't seen anything new yet. I've been seeing stuff about, the global release for Forbidden West on PC. Been seeing the global roadmap for when Dragon's Dogma drops for different sections of the world. And then, of course, there's different posts about the Sandland demo that we have right here. So let's go ahead and begin. System save data has been created. Ginger, good to see you. Kitty, good to see you. It's good to see everybody. Unreal Engine. Enlighten. Brightness is fine. Let's see how this game is. Now, let me tell you more about Sandland as a whole, as far as the game is concerned. Me and Gaja looked at gameplay, and at first we were all like, I don't know. I don't know if I could get invested in it. But then we watched the overview. Basically, the whole explanation about all the stuff you could do in Sandland. And that went from, you know what? I'm not too sure I'm going to be playing this, to basically, yeah, we might need to put this on a list as well. Because some of the things you can do in this game, as far as the overview trailer is concerned, it seems very cool. And also, this is the latest. I was behind Sandland, huh? But it was, this was also one of the latest works of Akira Toriyama in game form, that's, we're getting after his passing, along with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is also coincidentally having a gameplay showcase tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I normally don't do streams that early. I used to when I was fresh to the whole YouTuber game. I was fresh to it, and I would do streams as early as 10 o'clock in the morning. I would wake up, eat breakfast, and then get on and stream some Lego Avengers. It was a while back, so I don't really do 10 a.m. I don't really do 10 a.m. streams like that. But for this one, I make exceptions because it's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and it's supposed to be 13 minutes of gameplay footage. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Let's check out the demo. End user license agreement. Now, in the history of the 31 years, soon to be 32 in the next couple of days, I have never looked over the entirety of a license agreement. Well, I did look over my contract when I was working with that one commercial group that one year. That was the only one I looked through to make sure that I wasn't getting gypped or I wasn't getting, hustled or anything. Everything turned out fine, and I got paid nicely. It was a good year that year. But I don't normally read out the end user license agreements, so I shall do something different today. I shall read it out for all of you. The very thing we always skip over in every video game, PC game, console game, every install, we always skip over the user agreements. 10 a.m., that's going to be tough. Probably going to miss that one. It's all good, kitty. It's all good. Never feel like you have to stretch yourself to tune in to any early or late streams if it's outside of the time you would normally watch. It's all good. But today I shall read to you the end user license agreements. that no one ever reads. Bandai Namco Entertainment. That's enough. Now I shall read to you the privacy policy. Bandai Namco Entertainment Incorporated. Privacy policy. Last updated back in 2000, 2 years ago. Wow. I want to say 1.5 years ago. Last updated in 2022 on May the 20th. That's enough. All right, new game. Y'all didn't honestly think I was going to read through that, did you? I'm not breaking a 30-year streak. I don't read these user agreements. What for? Do they enhance my gameplay? Usually because they are 10+ pages. Imagine if we actually were courteous enough to read through the agreement of every game that had it. We have played hundreds of games. I know y'all. Y'all have played hundreds of games. Ain't no small time games y'all been playing. We've played hundreds of games. Not one time did we think, you know what? This game that I've been looking forward to, especially if it's one that I've been chomping at the bit to play, let me read this super long, super strenuously written, super boring user agreement before I play. Just to show some respect to the people that helped make the game. Now, mind you, the people who actually made the game don't actually do anything about that agreement. It is just copy and paste it in. Nah, I ain't about to do that. Y'all crazy. Content and game balance in the demo differ from that of the full version of the game. Playing the demo. In this demo, you can explore and fight enemies in the following 3 vehicles: battle tank, motorbike, and battle armor. That battle armor is uppercutting a dinosaur. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. You can recover your vehicle's HP by resting at a camp. Basic controls: move camera, weak attack, powerful attack. Jump, can double jump, and interact. Man, Kyushu, I almost died from the news I heard. What news did you hear? What news did you hear, my friend? Also, that new Star Wars Acolyte trailer I haven't seen yet, but I'm kind of wondering about it. Kind of wondering about it a little bit. Like, what direction are we going in for, like, Star Wars and everything? Oh, snap. And here's another thing. Apparently, a live-action Popeye the Sailor movie is in development. And we haven't had one since Robin Williams' 1980 film. And coincidentally, that movie was his very first movie he ever tuned in. Alright, let's get back to the game. Capsules. Now that you have a storage capsule, you can carry up to 5 vehicles on you and summon them whenever you want. Capsule menu, choose vehicle, confirm. For vehicles you've used before, you can skip the summoning animation by pressing X. That'll save time. Checking controls. We know how this works. Just go into options and look through the stuff. That's the too long didn't read of it. And this game runs at 60. Alright. So, touchpad does nothing. L1 brings up, I guess, ally abilities. Because we have vehicle...
We should keep our distance from the army base unless necessary.
But I bet they've got loads of loot in there.
Can't argue with that. But somehow I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
Alright, so let's see here. Here's the map. This is where we are. I wonder how big this map is. Like I'm Oh. Okay. Okay, I can tell where I'm at. And the section that I'm in, that's small. Jake tried to fake a hand injury to get out of the fight, and let's just say social media wasn't the same. Yo, because Jake Paul... Okay, alright. That doesn't surprise me. You spit a hot game. You talk about how you such a good fighter and everything, but the moment Mike Tyson, who is still hefty and muscular enough to break bone, the moment how you gonna back out? How you gonna back out? No, don't be no punk. Don't be no punk. You call yourself a boxer? You don't back away from no challenge. You don't back away from no challenge. Oh, my hand hurt. I can't fight Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson's all like, what do you think you're doing? Huh? You said we was gonna be fighting, huh? Why you punking out, huh? What's going on, Jake Paul? I thought we was gonna be fighting. You can't escape this. You can't escape Mike Tyson. Where you think you going, Jake Paul? Your hand's not hurt. It's your ego that's hurt. You thought you were such a good boxer before. Now all of a sudden your hand is suddenly cramping up and now you can't fight? Alright, then fight me with the other hand. Oh, no, he ain't trying to fake a hand injury to get out of fighting Mike Tyson. No, see, you done lost. And the fact that this made it to the internet, you punking out. You ain't got no hand injury. We know you ain't hurt. You know you ain't hurt. Because it would have said, like, you've been in an accident beforehand. But if you're saying my hand hurt, it would have been, you getting hurt would have hit the headlines soon already. But no, you scared to fight Tyson. I would be scared to fight Tyson. If I'm an accomplished boxer and I'm told, hey, we got you lined up to fight Mike Tyson, I'm a fold. Because that's Mike Tyson. That's like being told, hey, you're going to fight Muhammad Ali when Muhammad Ali was in his prime. Huh? Nah, Jake. Poor Jake. You're going to have this on your life forever. You faking a hand injury to get out of fighting Mike Tyson. I bet he going to use that hand injury as an excuse when they fight. No, that ain't going to do nothing. That's not going to do anything. Because here's the thing. Mike Tyson ain't going to be aiming for his hand. He going to be aiming for that face. Nah. Okay, let's get back to the game.
Can't talk you out of it. Please, at least try to be sneaky about it.
Mike Tyson having the build he has at his age is unreal. It really is. To be at Mike Tyson... Hold on, let me look it up. How old is Mike Tyson? Before we get off into this, how old is Mike Tyson? He is... Wow! He's younger than I thought! I thought he was like in his 60s, but he's only 57!
Hey, Thief. Did the Demon Village always used to be where it is now?
As far as I know...
He's only 57!
Staying in one spot for so long is a sign of good governance.
Maybe you humans should try moving less.
He's only 57. I can't even tell how strong. Ooh, yes! You can let me... Oh, that sucks. I can't look at the skill tree. I can't look at this. Let me look. Let me look at it. I don't even want to fight Mayweather. Never mind Tyson. Look. It's still Mike Tyson though. Unless you are strong, you are not leaving that. You are not leaving that fight with sweet memories. If you get hit by Tyson, you gonna remember it in your sleep. So let me see here. New finishing move. Brace for attack. Okay, just quick recovery. Sweeping attack. Is this when I'm sprinting? Because this looks when I'm sprinting, because this doesn't seem like it would be something I would be doing in the middle of a fight, just clicking the left stick and then pressing square. That's so unintuitive, but I'm pretty sure that's just a sprint attack. New aerial combo, square, square, circle. Ooh, actual combos. Allows you to evade mid-jump, aerial evasion. Like that. Okay. It is. It actually is a click the left stick and the square button to do.
If a foe's too tough, you can always run away and live
To do the
fight
sweep
another
attack.
day.
No such thing as too tough for me.
Perhaps not, but I'm telling you just in case that turns out not to be true.
Isn't this one of Toriyama's works? Yes.
Right, fine. Nice. One down.
Okay, so that's where I was. How much ground have I covered? Not much! Okay, so they said that this game is an open world, but the space... The space is kind of big. The space is really big. Okay, ally. Tonfa attack. Vehicle warfare. Then Thief has Boombox. The enemy is gifted a booby trap box with a bomb. Deals area damage, chance of injured foes dropping items. Okay, Thief is going to be coming in handy with such a skill like that. Items, consumables, materials, parts, cannon, armored legs. Oh, Kitty, another thing that you should know is that there's a level of customization here for vehicles and your mech that kind of gave me and Gajil some Armored Core vibes. I mean, serious Armored Core vibes. So many different parts. There's a lot of them, and they have different rarities. So yeah, there's a lot of residual memories of Armored Core with the level of customization for mechs and your vehicles. Hey, Dr. Giro, he looks like the god of destruction, that with the orange beard. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. From Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, Kitty, look at this. Look at this. They have that sort of customization to it that reminds me of Armored Core. HP, defense, speed, handling, primary weapon attack, capacity, attack intervals, reload time. Yeah, and your mech has like, look at this. Look at the different aspects of the different pieces of armor. Hover gauge usage, boost gauge use, boost recovery, attack capacity, attack intervals, reload time, critical rate. And these are all backed by a rarity system as well. Attack, cooldown, critical rate, speed, defense. You mean Sidro? Sidro? The god of destruction, the bearded dwarf god of destruction. If that's Sidro, then yeah, that's who he's referring to. Extra armor, HP multiplier, defense multiplier, auto repair device, auto loader. There's a level of customization here that gives me strong... I think it might be Sidra. When the game dropped, April 20... Let me check. Sorry. It's in April. April 25th. It drops April 25th. But yeah. And that's just with your mech. You could do the same thing for your motorbike and your battle tank as well. And these pieces can be upgraded. So not only do you have all these individual stats and also rarity to put the best gear on your different vehicles and mechs, but they also can be individually upgraded a piece. Want to upgrade the tank gun? You can do that. This stuff can be upgraded. So there's a bit of Armored Core goodness in this. That's your mama birthday? Okay.
So far, so good.
Now, I wonder. My heels is the water bottle, isn't it? And even though D-Train isn't here right now, it's his birthday today.
I've heard rumors of creatures of tremendous power in this land. You never know when you might run across one of them.
Oh yeah, I think I heard Father say that before.
That's you demons, isn't it? Well, I suppose there's always someone stronger.
Well, no matter how tough they are, there's no way they can be stronger than the King of Demons.
Here we go.
Driving a battle tank. Yeah, we can be on foot all day, but it's time to drive around in a tank. Move, autopilot. Not enough games put on autopilot in a game where you get to drive around and such. Leave vehicle, toggle boost, brake, shoot, aim mode, reload, change weapon. Ah, sorry, Kitty. You were talking about food earlier, and I saw you use bacon-wrapped chicken or spicy pork noodles. That... One part of me is all like, spicy pork noodles, but that bacon. That bacon-wrapped chicken, though. Me and my dad used to go to this Chinese place all the time. And we would always get like a whole bunch of seafood, a whole bunch of fish and crab legs and spicy crawdads. And one of the things that I always make sure to get when they had it was bacon, scallops wrapped in bacon. It was heavenly. But bacon wrapped chicken sounds nice. I mean, wait, you said chicken tenders? Yep, I'm gonna have to go with the bacon wrapped chicken tenders. I'm gonna go ahead with the bacon, wait a minute. Wait, am I looking at right? Bacon wrapped chicken or spicy? Yeah, bacon wrapped chicken. I'm gonna go with that. That sounds nice. Option parts. Option modules have various effects. Use them to gain an advantage in battle. That looks like a cluster missile. That looks gorgeous. Hey, we turned into, what is that one boss from Armored Core where it's a floating missile rack? And it just shoots missiles in every direction. I forget what its exact name was, but this is basically that option. Active effects. Activate using L1 and R2. After using an active effect, you must wait for the cooldown to end before you can use another. Forgot the tender part in the second message, but yeah, bacon wrapped chicken tenders. That sounds good. That sounds good, Kitty. Passive effects. The sea spider. Not the sea spider. It was the dude that gave so many people a lot of trouble. He was literally the foremost boss he had to face. He had like this missile pod he was floating around in, and he had the flamethrowers. I forget his name. But he had the flamethrowers, and he had to use energy weapons to dissipate his shield before you could harm him directly. Him. That guy. Passive effects take effect the moment they are equipped. Can change vehicle parts from via the pause menu. Open the pause menu with options and select parts you wish to change via customize. I think this is unfair. This is unfair! Oh, who do you think you are trying to run up on us? And I'm like, I'm in a tank. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm sick of driving through this any jokes?
What am I, your jester? Fine, but I'll only tell one.
Hit me.
Why are cacti so grumpy? They're prickly by nature.
You know, maybe driving's not so bad.
I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. The prospect of driving around in the desert and looking at people who would normally want to kill me, and then just be all like, yeah, tank, and I just blow them up with a big old cannon? I hope this doesn't sound weird, but that sounds like a guilty pleasure to me.
Take that.
That just sounds fun. Oh, we got something out there. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that creature is out there, but it's about to meet me.
We should keep our distance from the army base unless...
Sup, dude?
necessary.
MX Woods was just lurking around. Hope you have a good stream. And I hope you have a good day. Thanks for
Can't argue
stopping
with
by.
that, But somehow I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
Be sure to tune in when I start my Baltius. Thank you, Kitty. It really has been a minute since I last played Armored Core. I've just been so devoted to Grand Blue. Speaking of Grand Blue, I have recently... You ain't slick. I've recently defeated Lucilius many times, so I got 2 of his sigils, the Gamma sigils. Pretty sure that's a guilty pleasure for everyone at some point. Let me give you a little bit of a history lesson as to some of the games I played in my years, specifically on the PlayStation 2.
Sick of driving through this boring desert. Thief. Know any jokes?
What am I, your jester? Fine, but I'll only tell one.
Hold on. This is just fun. Hey! Oh, you think the boulder is your ally? You merely adopted the rock. You merely adopted the rock. I was molded. I was born in it. We're born around it. Molded by it. I didn't see the rock until I was already a man. By then, it was nothing to me but harmful.
Hit me.
Why are cacti so grumpy? They're prickly by nature.
You know, maybe driving's not so bad.
Did you ever think you would farm Lucilius? I never thought that I would farm Lucilius because I thought it was going to be that impossible to defeat. But it turns out that when you switch your region online to Japan, you find every group is accomplished and is capable of fighting on even playing fields with Lucilius. I may have lost a round or 2, but it was far less than playing with people from America. Because people from America apparently don't catch on that fast, that quickly.
If enemies take
But
you
I
by
managed.
surprise, just stay calm and try to get distance from them.
But I've managed to farm
And
Lucilius
then
enough to get
run
both
away.
of his sigils. Both of the
Running in a
sigils that I
blind
want.
panic gives them
I'm
more
not too
chances to
keen
get
on
you in
the
the back.
alpha
Assess
and
the
beta
situation
sigils, but the
calmly
gamma one
instead.
seems like the best one to go after, since it just has flat out damage cap increases on top of another damage cap increase, and you get a shield that blocks up to 50,000 damage once you use your SBA. But of course, I have to max those sigils, and you cannot use Ozerite Splendors for special sigils. You gotta manually level them up with materials one at a time, and I need to farm Lucilius more just to have the materials to actually level up those sigils. But I'm doing that because Sandalphon is dropping in May, and I want to give
sure to
basically
check your
the
gear.
strongest being in all of the skies.
Never know when
I want to give him the
something's
best
picked up.
sigils. Also, CJ, good to see you.
Got it. I'll give him a look.
But here's a history lesson. So, in my years, I played a game on PlayStation 2 called Seek and Destroy, which was a tank game that had like a large amount of customization to it.
still can't come to terms with just how vast the outside world is. Don't want to think about how hard it would be to get around without vehicles.
But it used to be even bigger, and there were no vehicles.
Civilization truly made the world smaller.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a game called Seek and Destroy. And it was a game where you're just playing as a tank. You didn't have people, you were just given missions, and you were playing as a tank, but it had a...
That's a sign that someone's been here before us. Following them might lead us to a useful location like a village or town. The car should also go a bit faster than it would on unpacked ground.
There we go. It was a fun tank game, and there was a lot of customization to it, including you could put all sorts of different parts on the tank, like this giant obliterating nuclear cannon. You could put wings on the tank so you could fly.
Will help you fight effectively.
Nerve them, huh? I'll try that next time.
Bet you ain't gonna fly around no more. That's what I thought. Now, how much ground have I covered? I haven't covered anything. I haven't covered any distance. I've been doing all this traveling around, and I've only covered this. I've only uncovered this much of the map. That's barely a whole section. That's barely a whole section I just uncovered. That's ridiculous.
Always remain calm, no matter the situation. Clear thinking will lead you to victory, even when the odds are against you.
You're talking to the Fiend Prince. I'm like the definition of calm.
Wonder if Toribot is in this game? I hope he is.
Sandland sure has a lot of different creatures.
Including some dangerous ones I'd like to avoid.
Plenty are harmless, though.
Here we go.
Just doing their best to survive in this harsh land like us.
Humans may be weak, but they sure are persistent.
Kid, if we ever see any spiders, I'll make sure I kill them all for you. I see a lot of scorpions, though. How far will this map allow me to go? I'm gonna make those missiles work for it! This just reminds me of doing stuff in Kakarot. I mean, sure, I got side missions and stuff, but the occasional enemy surprise attack, it reminds me of that. Of course, playing as Goku and you have all that power, such as Super Saiyan Blue and whatnot, I mean, enemies tend to go down very quickly, because it's Goku. Which reminds me, I still haven't finished the Resurrection of F DLC, so I need to go back and do that.
foe's too tough, you can always run away and live to fight another day.
No such thing as too tough for me.
Perhaps not, but I'm telling you just in case that turns out not to be true.
General Bigfield.
Hot, hot, hot! Uh-oh, it's catching fire!
Oh, that's not good. Status effects. What in the world? Put your hands down. Put them down. Goodbye, General Bigfield. Clowns?
Foe's
Oh
too
no,
tough,
you got to
can
go.
always run away and live to fight
Is
another
Sandland
day.
like Gunsmoke or Guy?
No such thing as too tough for me.
Neither.
Perhaps not, but I'm telling you
Think
just in
Mad
case that
Max,
turns out not to be true.
but with humans and demons
Right,
instead of
alright,
just
fine.
humans. Notice that the boots look like Majin Buu gloves. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna see a lot of motifs that you would see in Dragon Ball, specifically like the art style and clothing styles, because I mean this is Toriyama's design. So you're gonna see some similarities between the two.
So, like, why do we need water to live?
That's because the human body is composed of roughly 60% water.
Interesting. Hey, Thief.
Solo leveling R dropping 410,
That depends on the
like a
species.
full-on the premiere.
Lion's body is nearly 100% water, for
Oh,
instance.
interesting. Looks like April's gonna be interesting. Hold on, let me go to my library. Go to my library.
See these tire tracks? That's a sign that someone's been here before us. Following them might lead us to a useful location like a village or town. The car should also go a bit faster than it would on unpacked ground.
So I'm on Tapas right now. So Ragnarok, the novel itself,
Did the demon village always used to be where it is
that's
now?
already out. So I'm guessing the
far as I know,
webcomic for Ragnarok
there is
is going to
no
be
record
dropping in
of us
April.
moving.
Nice. I will be covering
Staying in
it.
one spot for so long is a sign of good
A brand new generation of solo leveling.
We can use this to find out about the area. If we can get it fixed up, that is.
Radio towers. Use materials to repair radio towers. Once repaired, towers will provide you with a map of the area with icons.
We
Nice.
can repair it. Just need materials.
I don't have a B-grade meter yet. We need that. I hope one of these has a meter in it. Oh. Correct, you say? Ah, nice. This is very good news, kitty. We got some dye, but no meter in order to repair this tower.
See these tire tracks? That's a sign that someone's been here before us. Following them might lead us to a useful location like a village or town. The car should also go a bit faster than it would on unpacked ground.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. One of the things that I kind of hope that they may add for this is the frequency in which the NPCs talk. Because since they talk so often, you run the risk of hearing repeated lines. So I think the option to reduce how frequently they speak
Do you think we'll ever explore all of Sandland?
may be of a great benefit.
My head's spinning. I am intrigued though.
Gotta make the most of the journey. No holding back.
Alright, so direct hits are insta-kills, whereas nearby shots... Wait, are the winds kicking up? What's going on? I'm all the way over here. Man, how far will this game actually let me go?
If a foe's too tough, you can always run away and live to fight another day.
It's the leader of the raptors. More aggressive than ordinary raptors, and they breathe fire. I really cannot recommend fighting it unarmed.
That's why I'm using a tank, bruh. I've seen enough Jurassic Park to know that regular guns don't work, and trying to take out a dinosaur by yourself is a fool's errand. That's why I use tanks. That's the reason why you never see a person using a tank to kill a dinosaur in Jurassic Park. Because the tank would win. I'm gonna head all the way to the north. Will it allow me? When does the full game come out again? Sandland comes out on the 25th of April. Next month.
I'm not that noble. Only death awaits us if we don't help each other.
I guess.
Beelzebub reminds you of Majin Buu, but also reminds you of Jury Rig from Ben 10. I remember Jury Rig. A literal gremlin as an alien. Yeah, late April. I really hope that Sandland does not release on the same week as Toyin, well, at least the same day as Toyin and Seophon. You really thought he was gonna dive bomb me. Sir, you have a mallet, sir. Unless you're John Henry or Thor, that will do nothing. You're brave. You're very brave, sir. I'm gonna hit this tank with a hammer. 'Cause that will work. What you think this is, Minecraft? You think if you got like a diamond hammer, it's just gonna be easy for you to take me out?
If we had a
You
vehicle
fool!
that could jump.
It would be me making these sort of jokes. Wait a minute. I know what I need to do here. All right. Battle armor. So move, autopilot, leave vehicle, boost, jump, toggle while jumping, hover, melee attack, special melee, reload. If you drain your boost gauge while guarding, you won't be able to guard for a period of time. All right, noted.
When fighting in cramped areas like cliffs, beware of blind spots. Getting caught off guard puts you at a disadvantage.
I definitely hate to lose like that. I'll be careful.
Ah. This is a place I can climb. Hold on, let me look. It's just a hill. But is there a way for me to get up there? I was about to say, where's the lock on? But I wasn't using it. Rao's voice has a Harrison Ford quality to it. I can hear it. I can hear it. It's not like classic grizzled.
We should keep our distance from the army base unless necessary.
I bet they've got loads of loot in there.
Can't argue with that. But somehow
There's
I
loot
doubt
up
they'd take
there!
kindly to intruders.
How do I get up there? There's loot!
Please try to be sneaky about it.
There's loot. There's loot up there. I gotta get it. There's gotta be a way for me to get up there. There is loot up there. How do I get up there?
We'll probably find traveling merchants on the main roads.
Here we go.
They roam over Sandland,
okay.
peddling their wares to all comers.
Fellow
Okay.
travelers, huh?
I did something. I did something.
Compare notes with him.
Do I have jets? I got a boost jump, but not something that'll... come on! I'm literally right there. I'm literally right. Please. Please climb.
Prince, it's good to wander off the beaten path sometimes. Detours can be the source of all sorts of discoveries.
Here we go.
True. We might come across other travelers' abandoned belongings or usable equipment.
I'm trying to jump on this thing's back. No! I want to get up there! There's loot up there! It's so close I can taste it! I can taste the loot! It tastes like rare stuff, but I can't! I think I need one of those vehicles that has like the hopper legs, like the ones that we seen, and blew up. I think I need one of those.
So, how do demons usually spend their day?
Brace for true evil. We do stuff like dig pitfalls where people like to walk. Oh, and Thief even stole someone's comic the other day.
Some of my finest work, if I do say so myself.
See? Pure evil, right?
Yeah, right.
I gotta get one of those hopper things. Harrison Ford with a touch of Bruce Campbell. Motorbike user guide. Move, autopilot. We've seen this before. Press L3 to do the boost. Turning above a certain speed, press square to drift. Do, 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 do. Good thing these things don't require gas.
Make sure to check your gear every now and then.
Oh, does it drain out when I'm in the middle of a fight? I got a boomstick on a bike.
At least that was sort of fun.
Got him.
Make sure to check your gear every now and
You never know.
I want to keep going north. How far will the game let me go?
Got it. I'll give him a look. Ow! Here we go.
All right, we have reached the end of the map, which is right here. That's a lot of distance for this to be. They said this was an open world. They said they don't see this as an open world game, but there's so much space. And that's just the north. This is all the area I just been in, all the distance I've covered. This is just this part. All of this. That's a lot of space. All right, let's travel all the way down to the south and see how far it takes us. 10,000 meters. That's a lot of space. 10,000 meters? I'm so used to a whole bunch of games saying like, well, where you need to go is 1,000 meters away. Like, I was just playing Suicide Squad before I started up this stream. And one of the furthest locations can be up to maybe 2,000, maybe even 3,000 meters in distance. But 10,000 from the top of the map to the other side. Maybe there's more areas in the future game. Maybe. But here's the thing though, Eric. Also, good to see you. Still waiting on some new Pirate Warriors news because we didn't get anything yesterday and we haven't gotten anything today. So I'm just, constantly checking. Yeah, I'm constantly checking, but they don't have anything. They might show something tomorrow. Either way, I'm always looking forward to some more Pirate Warriors, Roger stuff. And Rayleigh, I'm pretty sure Rayleigh's going to be next, and then after him is going to be Gar. But this is a big map. All right, let's see how long it takes me to get all the way. If it'll even allow me to go that far. But that's 10,000 meters away. That's a long distance to be traveling. Thankfully, I got a boost. And the mere thought that everything that I'm doing, the vehicles I'm driving, they can be upgraded so I can have a motorbike that goes even faster than this. I mean, if Goku was flying over this, I'd be over there in that side of the map in an instant, because the flying is very fast in Kakarot.
Always remain calm, no matter the situation. Clear thinking will lead you to victory.
Am I interested in trying Helldivers 2? No.
You're talking to the
I feel like it's something I would enjoy watching people play, but not something I would see myself playing. I'm more of a action RPG type guy. Not so much as into the running and gunning, even though, you know, Suicide Squad kind of is like that already. Helldivers itself just doesn't appeal to me in that respect. While it does look fun to watch, especially when cartoons or HCO Delirious or Smitty are playing, and it's fun to watch them, but for me personally...
Did the Demon Village always used to be where it is now?
As far as I know,
okay.
there
That's
is
how we
no
get over.
record of us moving.
Staying in one
Hello,
spot
hello,
for so
hello,
long
hello.
is a sign of good governance.
Don't drive
Maybe
off
humans should try
the
moving
cliff.
less.
Okay, so we went to the wrong side. Nope, that is death. We are witnessing death. Wait, how big is this ravine? Oh, I gotta travel all the way over. I should have made it right at, I should have made it right.
Sandland sure has a lot of different creatures.
Including some dangerous ones I'd like to avoid.
Plenty are harmless, though. Just doing their best to survive in this harsh land like us.
Humans may be weak, but they sure are persistent. Whoa!
Okay, we've reached the boundary for the demo. We have reached the boundary for the demo. We can't go further than here, which will lead us further in towards the map on that side. So now we need to find out, now that we know the limits to the south, and we know the limits to the north, we need to find out the limits to the west and east.
Always remain calm, no matter the situation. Clear thinking will lead you to victory, even when the odds are against you.
You're talking to the Fiend Prince. I'm like the definition of calm.
Wait, is this like a whole base?
If you ever think you might be lost, you should check the map.
All right, so we can't go in here. We can't go inside of this. What is this area? Water supply point. Wait, this is where we started. I'm just on the other side of it. Okay, so now I got to go around this city and then make my way to the east, even though that looks like it still won't allow me to go over there. Because I tried going this way. Wait, did I? Oh, I haven't tried going that way.
Yeah, getting lost and having to backtrack would be a pain.
I haven't tried going to the right side of the bridge area. How far east will the game allow me? Will the demo allow me, that is? All right, we're gaining some distance. This is a pretty wide demo. Oh, that's a big scorpion right there.
When you run into enemies in the desert, taking a head count is a good first step.
Can't we just pick them off one by one?
If there are only a few, sure. But with large groups, you risk getting surrounded.
Ha. Sounds more complicated than I thought.
See about blowing this hole. into the side of this building. And I mean, not building, but rock.
You know, if we bust this down, I think we could make it through.
All right, we've gone to the limits of the West. Now the question is, can we take that side path and go as far as we can over there? Because that's a whole nother region, apparently.
It's under the sand, Prince. It could surface anywhere.
No, I know!
How do you flip a tank?
Watch out for the pincer.
So you know what would have been cool? If as you're damaging enemies and monsters, you start to see more and more pieces of them fly off. What? Death twitch? You don't see that in games. Usually when you're killing a bug in a video game, they just die and then they either just curl up, like their legs just curl up, but you rarely see games that have bugs still twitching after you've killed them.
Well, I suppose
not
there's
often.
always someone stronger.
Well, no matter how tough they are, there's no way they can be stronger than the King of Demons.
All right, so we cannot go to this path here to the west. And I would like to believe the limits of this whole region right here is as far as I can go because I can't pass over it because it's just one big massive ravine. So now we need to see how far we can go to the east. That's actually realistic. I know. That's the reason why I said you don't see it that much in video games. A lot of video games that portray insects as an enemy tend to have them just die and they flip over and then they just suffer rigor mortis immediately and stop moving. But very rarely do you see games implement, you know, realistic twitching.
I guess.
Like consistent realistic twitching. You don't see it all that often. Bad kitty. Not you, kitty. Ah!
If enemies take you by surprise, just stay calm and try to get distance from them.
And then run away.
Running in a blind panic gives them more chances to hit you in the back. Assess the situation calmly instead.
Blah. I prefer running toward the enemy.
Hold on, just flipping through some things on Discord. People are wondering what they're going to build Joker as for Suicide Squad. Like, what is this build going to be? And stuff like that. People asking, any good Joker builds? And I'm like, we haven't even seen the dude's skill tree yet. Let's look at the Joker skill tree before we start saying, like, we got to build for Joker yet? I know for me, I'm probably going to replace Boomerang in my squad. because we already have a person who's fulfilling the need of sniper, which is Deadshot. And I'm not getting rid of Deadshot because Deadshot is my most optimized character. I'm working on King Shark right now because I want to make him in a lot more tanky and have him have a focus on melee as best I can. Because melee can be very effective.
Staying in one spot for so long is a sign of good governance.
Maybe you humans should try moving less.
Missiles! Was that overkill?
See these
Yes, it
tire
was.
tracks? That's a sign that someone's been here before us. Following them might lead us to a useful location like a village or town. The car should also go a bit faster than it would on unpacked ground.
You cannot change the audio settings from English to Japanese. Because at least with Japanese, if you don't know exactly what they're saying and you're not looking at them, you ain't got to worry about like, oh, they're saying the same stuff over and over and over again. I mean, you'll pick up on it at some point, but with English, when you start hearing these lines at least 5 different times within 3 minutes...
I'm curious, who's the second strongest demon in your village?
Me? Duh.
As things stand now, yes, that's probably true.
Somehow, I don't like the way you phrase that.
One thing I'm glad this game doesn't have yet when it comes to insectoids is the death laps some of them tend to do. Uzumaki! Yes, it's been a while. How have you been? I hope all has been well with you. But it's good to have you here. I'm just taking this opportunity to play the Sandland demo and see how far this incredibly large map will allow me to go before it says like, no, you can't go any further than this.
If a foe's too tough, you can always run away and live to fight another day.
I wonder if the only way I can change the audio is from the main menu.
Too tough for me.
Perhaps not, but I'm telling you just in case that turns out not to be true.
All right, fine.
Don't just stand up there on top of a rock. It just gives me an easier target. These are some very brave people. Like, look at this. Look at this. Let me take a hammer to a tank. This'll work out fine.
Prince, it's good to wander off the beaten path sometimes. Detours can be the source of all sorts of discoveries.
True. We might come across other travelers' abandoned belongings or usable equipment.
Oh, you got 2 tanks. Results will be the same. I just shot his rocket with a rocket. I did it again. Okay. Okay, I just keep doing it. Okay, we are in a standoff. Rocket versus rocket.
Spoken like a true thief.
All right. We're just basically shooting at each other, and I just keep nullifying his rocket with my own cannon. But there's something at the top of this. Please tell me I can climb this and get it, because there's something up there. I must have it. Y'all know how I am when it's collectibles and stuff?
Whoop. Here we go. Whoop. Here we go. This place is where we'd keep watch for the Royal Army's water transports.
No, this is where Ghost would keep watch while you'd slack off playing games.
Here we go. Are you a psychic?
Oh, precarious
So
pitfall
long,
jumps.
You're an open book to me.
Ah.
Or rather, an open comic.
Ooh. Oh. Okay. A whole little hidey hole area. Can I go higher? Can I go higher than this? I would like to, but part of me doesn't want to chance it because I'm probably going to fall off.
We fine-tuned our water raids to perfection. Centaur would charge the vehicle, then Goblin would smash it up.
What did you do?
I kicked the soldiers' butts.
I wonder, can he survive a fall from this height? I know he's a demon and everything, but not all demons are created equal. Can I survive a fall from this height? Yep, he's fine. Alright, good to know. Alright, we still need to keep heading east.
I've heard rumors of creatures of tremendous power in this land. You never know when you might run across one of them.
Oh yeah, I think I heard Father say that before.
That's you demons, isn't it? Well, I suppose there's always someone stronger.
Well, no matter how tough they are, there's no way they can be stronger than the King of Demons.
Now that mostly I've been busy with your studies, I'm proud of you, Uzumaki. Proud of you.
See these tire tracks? That's a sign that someone's been here before us. Following them might lead us to a useful location like a village or town. The car should also go a bit faster than it would on unpacked ground.
Yep, we can't go further than this. All right, so we've discovered the limits of at least this portion of the map. Oh, whole different regions. So we got the Hotkey region. We have the Chappa region. We have the Non region. The Tort region. The Gaulet region. Wapple region. Not Wapole. Wapo. Wapple. The Maffin region. And I think those are all the regions that I've covered. Oh, and the Skoan region. All right, there's quite a few places to explore. All right, let's switch to something faster because my tank is on his last legs until I get to a resting station. So let's just explore all the way down so we can get like an accurate depiction of how big the map is just for this demo. Y'all can look all y'all want. Y'all never gonna be able to catch me unless y'all are some high-speed scorpions. I really hope they're not, because the prospect of high-speed scorpions is not something I want to see. Because there will be screaming. Just letting you know.
There's room!
Get off the bike. I want it.
Forgive you for that.
Oh, snap. We can go in the ruins. Y'all got him outside? I am so glad your aim is bad. But that one, that would have hit me. That would have hit me right there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the detail on that.
That hurt, you stupid...
Is there a manga or something of Sandland? Because if so, I want to check it out. Yes, there is. There is a manga of Sandland. I think it's only like 14 chapters though, but there is a manga of it.
I don't think so.
I don't know what year it came out though.
Probably not.
Which would mean it's the work of humans then. But for what purpose?
If you want to know, let's find out.
Seems like the curious one is you.
Any details like majors perhaps, hopefully not protesting someone's mere presence as harmful just because they might have a different better opinion, I hope. Oh, you're talking about Uzumaki. Also, has anyone read Terraformers? Just started reading it, and I got a small fear of cockroaches now. I've seen enough of Terraformers for me to be grateful that we are not dumb enough to experiment on cockroaches and send them into space. Let me say that much.
We're exploring ruins, guys.
Yeah, Terraformers got a manga, and it has an
Be
anime.
careful. You never know what might jump out at us.
Take that. Don't worry. Whatever it is, I'll beat it up.
Death twitches. Now, I'm not gaining any XP. I'm not gaining any XP for what I'm doing. So this game is on purpose meant for me. Rush. Okay, that's an ability.
We bust this down. I think we...
Prince, I can't lend you a hand right now.
Here we go.
All right, so we can't really do anything in these ruins because we don't have the means to do so. Live action, I believe, which I haven't seen. Yeah, they got a live action of Terraformers as well.
Odd ruins. I wonder what they might have originally been built for.
There's hidden treasure, too. Maybe it was, I don't know, a playground?
One dangerous place to leave your children.
Oh my! Take that! Take this!
Anime and live action don't mix at all, with the only exception that I'm aware of being so far being the One Piece live action. Yeah, when you think about it, there's not that many good adaptations of anime and manga to live action, with the One Piece Netflix series being one of the most solid iterations of that attempt.
And then run away.
Running in a blind panic gives them more chances to hit you in the back. Assess the situation calmly instead.
Boy, I prefer running toward the enemy.
Now, I wonder if they have a system similar to how you have it for Goku and everyone else in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, where you could just keep increasing your skills incrementally if you just kept feeding Goku and company. If you kept feeding them food, it would increase their stats. So essentially, you'd be able to max it out.
Prince, would you please let me have the next turn at the wheel?
Rock, paper, scissors me for it.
You're on. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors.
Yay! I win!
Ah, I'll get you next time.
Yeah, I'm taking this opportunity to see the limits of how far I can go. Now, all the way over here, we have the radio tower. I haven't gone all the way over there. Interesting. This is a big map.
Who's the second strongest demon in your village?
Me? Duh.
As things stand now, yes, that's probably true.
Somehow, I don't like the way you phrase that.
All right, we found the limits of this section. Woo! Okay, don't fall off.
If a foe's too tough, you can always run away and live to fight another day.
No such thing as too tough for me.
Perhaps not, but I'm telling you just in case that turns out not to be true.
Heard good things about the Rurouni Kenshin Samurai X live action efforts, just haven't seen any of them. Yeah, those are an exception as well. They're an exception as well. Me and Gajil actually watched a fight because one of the dudes in this fight is actually the same guy who plays Zoro in the Netflix show. He was in a live action iteration of Rurouni Kenshin.
All right.
So you can if you were to see the guy that plays Zoro, and I forget his name, I really do. I forget everyone's names except for Inaki's. But you see the way he behaves. I mean, he's used to this sort of thing. This isn't his first live action iteration of something. Also, this is something I want to bring up because while I was playing Grand Blue last night, I watched the first episode, and it was on Twitter, like the entire first episode of Quiet on the Set, which is the recent documentary on the dark side of kids' TV. And wow, it was something to hear all this stuff from all these people who worked on shows like All That, The Amanda Show, What All Happened, seeing people that I grew up seeing on All That as a kid, and then being all like, yeah, they're all grown. People I thought that were smaller than me. You sometimes forget that the child actors that you grow up with also grow up too. So seeing them older, it was something. I haven't seen the second episode yet. I don't know if they're going to put that on Twitter as well. But the stuff that was going on at Nickelodeon, good night. That was not what I knew there was something shady. I knew it was something. I mean, the moment I heard about Dan Schneider and all those different people and all these, well, mainly it was just Dan Schneider. It was just Dan Schneider. So hearing him and then all these assumptions and all these allegations, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to see it now. Especially with this man having a really weird foot thing going on for Nickelodeon. I mean, literally one of the signs for Nickelodeon is just a giant foot. And then you think about all the jokes. Now you can't look at the same. Now you can't look at the gross out jokes in old kids TV shows again the same. You can't look at it the same. Because now you're just wondering, is this an allegory for something now? You can't look at it the same no more. And it's kind of messed up. It is royally messed up. You can't look at it the same. This is a big portion of the... Now, we can't go further than anywhere over here, or anywhere over here, or anywhere off to the side. But for this to be just this portion of the map, it's a big map. Okay, this is very big. This is a very big portion of a map. And you mean to tell me that there's still more all the way down here? But I was listening to people who used to work on all that, the women who were facing harassment and really weird and messed up situations whenever Dan was in.
Abandoned belongings or usable equipment.
Spoken like a true thief.
It was incredibly... It was something to listen to and also watch and see the expressions of people who have been working on all that and all these different series over the years. And then for it to get to a point where now you got Drake Bell talking about stuff that done happened. And it's like, you never know what... That's a giant crocodile. That's okay. Okay.
I've heard rumors of creatures of tremendous power.
That's just a giant crocodile in the distance. Who's Dan Schneider again? Okay, so Halster. Dan Schneider is a person who created a bunch of shows. Well, not really a bunch of shows, but he's the one that created The Amanda Show. And he's also a person you may have seen featured on different skits for All That as this big hefty guy. There was this one skit on the Amanda Show where Amanda would be on the phone and she would be prank calling someone, and Dan Schneider would be playing as this guy that is hard of hearing. He's all like, "Hello, what are you talking about? Where is my cheese? I don't have a cheese sprinkler. You have the wrong number." And it was like it was a recurring sketch that they had on the Amanda Show. But he was also in charge of a great deal of things for Nickelodeon. Like he got to start being in like Head of the Class, which was like this old show before All That. And then he got put in charge of doing like All That and running it, and then he became the head honcho, and then he started doing some weird stuff. Around the kids. He started doing some weird stuff around the female kids. He started putting himself in situations that would look funny until, as an adult, you started to question why was he doing that. Such as he had Amanda Show had a skit where she would have like special guests and she would be in a hot tub, and mind you, she is a child, okay? She's a child and she's in a hot tub. And Dan was in there one time just talking to her, and it's like, you created this situation where you could be in this hot tub. It's not funny. It is not funny at all. And it's weird. And as you get older, wish I never asked. I'm so sorry. That's disgusting. Look, we didn't realize too much what was going on until we all got older. We had no idea. And now there's a whole documentary about the dark side of Nickelodeon that's making headlines now. That is out there now. That's telling people, hey, we were the cast of all that. And you see all these people. You see people I haven't seen in years since I last saw all that, and you see them talking. You see different cast members of all that speaking out about the crazy weird stuff that went on when they were kids that they still remember. And all of this is going on. And you hear it from the side of people who worked with Dan, who worked with the children, who worked with the parents. You don't realize this stuff until you get older. Because when you're young, you don't think about, like, it's not cool for a grown man to be in a hot tub with a young kid. And he's the one who's capable of orchestrating that whole thing in the first place.
How tough they are, there's no way they can be stronger than the King of Demons.
You don't see it as weird because it's not a thought that a kid would have. But as an adult, you start to wonder, is this something you perpetrated just because you think it would be funny? Or is it because you got some personal deal that you just need to work out because you're just that weird of a guy? Heard Amanda was found naked due to mental issues. Look, Amanda Bynes, she has, for all intents and purposes, has not been the same for a very long time. She was fine for a while, and then she went through a whole Shia LaBeouf phase of let's just say insanity. And you'll notice that a lot of child actors, not every single one of them, but a lot of them tend to be, some of them, well, you know what, let's just narrow it down to just a few. A couple of them tend to leave that business not mentally sound. Now, mind you, Amanda Bynes, as an individual, she was fine doing her own thing, doing her own movies and stuff, but later on, it started to become more crazy in her case. And then you got Orlando Brown, who is an actor who played Eddie in That's So Raven. So weird, Drake Bell was exposed to having relations with a young fan, but Drake exposed Nick for how they were. It really is a weird time, Eric. It really is. About 60% of them. Yeah, let's say about a good, let's just round it out and say like a good 60% of child actors can sometimes be a little bit crazy. Orlando Brown, he is not just out to lunch. He has gone on vacation to eat dinner in a completely different state. The Eddie you knew from That's So Raven, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He has lost his mind. If you have ever seen any recent videos, even old videos of Orlando Brown way after the years of That's So Raven, you would see that he is not the same anymore. But that's also a reason why I'm glad that, as much as people enjoy my dulcet tones now, I'm glad my parents never for a single second thought it would be a good idea to get me into child acting. Because Hollywood and show business, it's a cutthroat business, And it's also full of people who like to take advantage. Because,
Here we go.
that's ridiculous. Michael Malger, it is good to see you, my friend.
We should keep
Sorry
our
if you're
distance
coming in
from
on
the
a
army
weird
base unless
conversation. We're just talking about the weirdness of,
I bet they
like,
got
how
loads
all
of
of this,
loot in there.
all the dark side of
Can't argue
Nickelodeon
with
has
that.
made its
Somehow,
appearance.
I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
And it's like a full documentary is being made. I can't see you, but I can still kill you.
If we can't talk you out of
Told ya.
it, please, at least
Wow,
try to be
the
sneaky
machine
about
gun isn't. The machine gun's actually pretty good for taking these things out. I don't need to waste a cannon on them. Yep, I don't need to waste a cannon on these things. The cannon can be for the raptors.
Nice. One down.
No, I don't even need it for. I don't even need the cannon for the raptors.
At least that was sort of fun.
Yeah, I don't need it for the raptors. Whoa! Okay. Do 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 do.
Prince, would you please let me have the next turn at the wheel?
Rock, paper, scissors me for it.
You're on. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors.
Emerald Guardian Girl, hi, hello. We're messing with the Sandland demo, seeing what all it has to offer.
I'll get you next
And as
time.
soon as I get out of this, I know for a fact I won't be able to climb it.
It looks like we could reach it if we had a vehicle that could jump.
Okay, so he's acknowledging that I need a vehicle that can actually jump up there. Because while I can get up to this space, I cannot climb higher. I need an actual vehicle that can jump in order to get up there.
What goes through your head in the middle of a fight?
How I'm gonna beat the other guy to a pulp.
That's a start.
All right.
But you might get
I
better
wanted to make
results
sure
by
that the frames
predicting
were
what
good.
your
It kind
enemy
of
is
slowed
going to
down
do
just a
and
little bit.
reacting accordingly. You'll find it hard to lose if you're always fighting on favorable
Not just that, they'll
terms.
expect them to be happy all of the time, but I'm gonna from the inside. They're thinking way. Michael, are you ready for the last 2 episodes of Solo Leveling? Yes, I am. There's definitely going to be a season 2. Yeah, of course there's going to be a season 2. They are not just going to do like one singular season of one of the most popular manhwas in existence. Can I be real? Solo Leveling is by far one of the most popular manhwas in existence.
That's because the human body is composed of
You have
roughly
now fully
60%
recovered from a
water.
stomach virus. I am happy for you. Hooray
Hey,
for healing!
What about demons?
That depends on the species. Slime's body is nearly 100% water, for instance.
I'm trying to see if I can get the guy out of the vehicle. You can take him out if you aim right. I aimed poorly. How's the game so far? I mean, it's nice. But here's the thing. Without a structure for a demo, it's literally just you being set loose on the open world. There's no side missions to currently do at this time. You just got enemies to fight. You don't gain any XP. However, it does give you a good sense of scope and a good sense of scale of just how big this map actually is. It's actually very big. It is incredibly large. The whole area I've been exploring for the past hour and 41 minutes, it's immense. This is a very big map. They said this isn't an open world map, but come on. This whole map, this whole section that's just part of this demo, it's actually quite large. And there's elements to the game that you can't do in the demo, such as, actually, you know what? Hold on. Customize vehicle, battle tank. What you mean I have like a better gun in here? What do you mean? What do you mean I've had better stuff? I have better engines. Suspension. I had better suspension? What? You mean to tell me I had I had better stuff the entire time. I could have been wearing it, and you can change it on the fly. High capacity missile pod. You mean to tell me I had better stuff I could have been using? And I could have... Fires 2 shots at once, can break hard rocks. Each shot deals a lot of damage, but at a slow rate of fire, destroys hard rocks. Yes, we will put the big cannon on. Yes, we will put the unnecessarily large cannon on.
At least that was sort of fun.
I'm going backwards this whole time. I was going backwards. I'm like, why can't I see BZ in the front? Why can't I see him? He's in the pilot seat. Why can't I see him? No, I'm just...
At least that was sort of fun.
Dead instantly. Everything just dies in one shot now. I'm probably going to spend a lot of time customizing and tinkering with this tank.
Power in this land. You never know when you might run across one of them.
Oh yeah, I think I heard Father say that before.
That's you demons, isn't it? Well, I suppose there's always someone stronger.
All right, so I believe we're getting closer and closer to the limits. Oh wait, no. This is actually good. Because I couldn't go over to this area because of this big old ravine. But I want to see if I can come over here now, since we'll be around that portion.
No matter how tough they are, there's no way they can be stronger than the King of Demons.
All right, real quick. Customized vehicle. So we've already customized the tank. This thing now just obliterates. And this is just a demo. Wait a minute. Can I get... Hold up. Could I have put like a double jump boost on this mech the whole time? Standard legs, armored legs. Ooh, I like the customization for this. Man, this, why? Why would you do this? So we got brass knuckle arm and pile driver arm. Kitty, they have a pile driver on this mech too. It's Armored Core all over again! Ooh, okay. So, machine gun on one arm, and then just straight up giant shotgun on the other. Extra armor. I love how it changes the whole look of it. I like that. Oh, I like that. I like that. Cannons or extra armor, auto repair, auto loader, auto repair, standard legs, armored legs. Now for the motorbike. Let's see, stabilizer, lightweight model. More acceleration, but less boost and boost recovery. Shotgun, Gatling gun. Interceptor drone that automatically fires at incoming enemy missiles. Ooh. And then, of course, a travel beacon. Installs a beacon in places of interest as fast travel points. Ooh, that's interesting. Crunchyroll accidentally confirmed Season 2 solo leveling. Well, that's no... I mean, it's no surprise we're getting a solo leveling Season 2 anyway. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Speaking of Armored Core, you think you'll get Gundam Breaker 4? Because Gundam Breaker is Gundam's version of Armored Core. I probably won't. I probably won't get Gundam Breaker. That seems more up Gajio's alley, more than mine. Armored Core, I feel is fulfilling that need already. So I probably won't get that. Though it does, I have seen gameplay and it does seem fun. So hold on, let me see about this armor. Can I do a double jump with this thing? Because if I can...
Here we go.
Alright, it's nice that I can... it's cool that I can aim around.
The desert gets awfully chilly at night. Take precautions to ensure you don't lose too much body heat.
We demons will be just fine. You humans who worry.
True. We seem to be more vulnerable. Pretty much
jump.
everything. We'll be careful.
Yeah, hover butt. Oh, they're coming out with a solo leveling game? Yes, they are. I told everyone in the Discord about it. However, and I have to stress this, I am so disappointed that it's going to be a game, it's going to be a gacha game. Want to tell you how I know? No console versions were announced with this game, and the rewards you get for pre-registering are stuff you would see in a gacha game. I'm so disappointed that the first thing they want to do with solo leveling is just turn it into a gacha, because there's so much money you can make from it. Doing like, hey, you want this Shadow? Hey, you want this version of Jin? You want this version of Thomas Andre? You want this version of Leonard Nierman? I'm just kind of disappointed that the potential of solo leveling could go beyond just being a gacha game, and that's the first thing that they make of it.
Always remain calm, no matter the situation. Clear thinking will lead you to victory, even when the odds are against you.
Okay, we are now officially on this side. And that ravine continues all the way through, so there is no way I would have been able to get over there anyway.
You're talking to the fiend.
But yeah, the pre-registration is already up. You get Jin in his nice suit and tie. Well, it's really just him in a suit coat and a white shirt. Crunchy just wants to squeeze money out of people. I don't think it's not Crunchyroll who's doing that. It's Netmarble. Netmarble is in charge of this solo leveling game we're getting on mobile and PC. But of course, it's going to go to PC because that's just another way you can, you know, get people to play it. But you won't do it on consoles, though.
We should keep our distance.
Oh,
from
they
the
said
army
later
base
down the
unless
line to be coming to
necessary.
PlayStation 5 next year.
Bet they've got loads of loot in there.
They did?
Can't argue with that. But somehow I doubt they'd
Interesting.
take kindly to
And we're
intrude.
talking about solo leveling Arise.
Can't talk
Yes.
you out of it. Please, at least try to be sneaky about it.
Let me see. Interesting. Interesting. While I'll play it on my phone, I don't know if I'm just going to turn it into a series or anything like that, or even do a bunch of videos on it, because I'm just not the type of person to play like heavy gacha
Am I
games
your jester?
on my channel. I've played Genshin in the past, but I've long since stopped actually playing
Why are
Genshin.
cacti so grumpy?
And I'm not the biggest fan of gachas in general, so as much as I love solo leveling, I don't know if I would make an exception for even them to, you know, like promote it or do stuff like that. Because, I mean, solo leveling deserves more than just being turned into a mobile gacha, just because you know you can make people spend money on currency to get characters that we all know and love. I'm just not a fan of that. Netmarble is another thing I hate that they added. Another thing I hate that they added NFTs on the Nino Kuni gacha game. Ew. Which made me avoid anything that they make.
There is
Yeah,
no record of us moving.
that is completely understandable.
Staying in one spot for so long is a sign of
Dragon Ball
good
Sparking Zero has a new trailer tomorrow. I know, Michael. That's why I made a new stream for tomorrow at 10 a.m. where I will be reacting to the Sparking Zero showcase. It's going to be at 10 in the morning. And like I said earlier in the stream, I normally don't do reactions that early, but I mean, this is Sparking Zero, the newest continuation of Tenkaichi. So I feel like it would make the most sense for me to do a reaction to it. Now we can go to the radio tower because we got a meter now. I'm getting out of this mech. The mech is nice, but it's slow. I need something fast. I need something with wheels.
You never know when you might run across one of them.
Oh yeah, I think I heard Father say that before.
That's you demons, isn't it? Well, I suppose there's always someone stronger.
Well, no matter how tough they are, there's no way they can be stronger than the King of Demons.
Finally got a meter so we can repair the radio tower now. I wonder if it's going to show anything else that I haven't already found in this portion of the map. This makes me just want to play Kakarot again. I need to go back and play that.
The desert gets awfully chilly at night. Take precautions to ensure you don't lose too much body heat.
Whoa!
They done got me. Thank you, water. Help! Protect me, mech. Protect me.
The desert gets awfully chilly. Take precautions to ensure you don't lose too much body heat.
We demons will be just fine. You humans need to worry.
True. We seem to be more vulnerable to pretty much everything. We'll be careful.
I'm hoping whenever Fire Force is being adapted again that they announce a game for Fire Force, preferably a Muso, but we all know there's pretty much a 0% chance of that happening. Look, can we just talk about how we haven't had any brand new Musos in a minute now? The last one we got, the newest one we got, was the Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. And then after that, the Fate Order Samurai Remnant. That was the most recent one. That was the most recent one.
So, like, why do we
But we need more Musos in general, specifically anime Musos. Stop playing. You realize how much I would give my money to play a brand new third-party shonen anime Muso game?
We can repair it. Just need materials.
Go ahead and repair the radio tower.
Okay, now for some hot intel on the area.
All right, it has shown everything now. And locations I've been to and locations I have not been to. So we got some Lickgar ruins. We got a whole remote house. We got the demon village there. But there's a remote house right there. We're here at the radio tower. And there's another grotto. There's a grotto. There's another hill. There's a small house out there. We're going to explore that real quick. We need more Musos, though. I love Muso games. I really do. And after playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, I would like for more anime games to do what Relink has just recently done. We need a good MHA game like Dragon Ball Kakarot. I would love to play a game of My Hero Academia that's done like Relink. Yes, you can explore, you can go on all these different missions and whatnot, but I want it to be just like Relink. Relink has really shown me that there's more to anime games than fighting games, and even Musos, because what Relink does, it's very well done. The combat is very smooth, it's very fun, and it's very appealing to the eye, and it's also impactful. The power progression for a player, for Relink, is very well done. Even when you reach max level, there's still many other avenues for your characters to grow even stronger. Their updates are all free, and they're adding even more characters. We're getting 2 more characters in next month, Seofan and Toyen, and then in May, we're getting a literal god as a character you can play as. The upgrade system for your weapons, they go beyond just simply being like, hey, you level them up. You can add stuff to your weapons so that they can do extra stuff, more increased critical hit rate, along with different bonuses that weren't on the weapon normally. Then they can be awakened to grow even stronger and even get new abilities specific to that weapon. There are so many avenues of Relink that would be fantastic if it was done for other anime. Now, mind you, Relink itself, Grand Blue itself is not an anime in and of itself. It didn't start out as an anime. That was later. But, I mean, it might as well be with what it's doing.
See? Pure evil, right?
Right now, I got that out of my system. I can continue watching the stream while continuing my reread of Undead Unluck. Well, we can't do anything around this little house out here.
It sure is hot out here. How are you holding up, Prince?
What do you mean? This level of heat's nothing. Sure beats the cold, at least.
There's some ruins. Let's go over there. Let's check those out. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do anything though. Yo, got you. How is it? Okay, so the thing about this demo is that it just drops you into the open world, and you can just explore and check out the places and fight enemies. Now, you can't level up. There's no actual missions to do. You are just in this region. Now, mind you, look at the size of this space that I've carved out on this map. Gajil, I've been playing this for 2 hours and 2 minutes. It took me pretty much roughly about that long just to explore all of this map. This map is huge. This small, and this is only the small portion I'm allowed to be in for the demo. But the map size for the region I'm in, it's very large. And this is how big the map is. I can't zoom out any further. Unfortunately, I can't zoom out any further, but there are multiple regions, and the map itself is very large. Yeah, this is a very large map, man. Even riding on a bike, it takes me a minute. Dude, I went to the top of the map, and then I put a marker all the way down at the bottom, and it said it was 10,000 meters away. 10,000 meters. That's a long distance to be traveling. Plus, all that customization that we were looking at in the overview trailer, yeah, that's right here in the demo as well. Customize your tank, your motorbike, and your battle armor. And I took off the rinky-dink little cannon that I had on the front of this, and I put this long, extra long 76.2 millimeter cannon. I put it on there, and now things are just dying in one hit because even though it fires slower, the impact is much greater. So, but I like it. I like it. And I can't wait to see. And here you can see the character skill trees, but since you can't actually level up or gain XP from finding enemies, you won't be able to see what any of these are. You can't even preview them or see what they're called. You can see the image underneath them, but you can't get anything for them or for Rao and Thief. It's like you can't see underneath their skills. But all in all, it's a pretty interesting demo. More than likely, I'm still going to play the game when it comes out in April. Also, the combat, it's nice. It feels good to drive around in a tank and just blow up enemies that try to rush you. I had people try and mess up my tank with a hammer. It did not go well for them. Oh, snap! I don't need to get off of my vehicle to switch.
More vulnerable to pretty much everything.
I'm just automatically in the vehicle if I'm choosing from the 5 that I have.
Careful.
Like, you get regular people trying to run up on a tank to try and blow it up or try to use their melee weapons to destroy it, and I'm like, you do realize I'm in a tank, right? And I believe you have infinite ammo. You just gotta worry about reload times.
We should keep our distance from the army base unless necessary.
But I bet they've got loads of loot in there.
Can't argue with that, but somehow I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
So this reminds me of like Kakarot, and I feel like I could spend a whole bunch of time playing this game as well. Yep. And wait a minute, can I get across? If I use my mech to hover.
Here we go.
Is it enough for me to get across? It is. Oh snap, I can take my whole mech in here.
I wonder what they might have originally been built for.
Hidden treasure too. Maybe it was at a playground?
I can take my whole mech in here. I can bring my whole mech in here. Got a quick dash too.
Well, let's go.
Hiya! It looks like there's something up there, but I can't get up there. Yep, there's something up there, but I can't get up there because I lack the vehicle that can allow me to get up there. Because there's treasures that I haven't been able to get my hands on simply because I lack the vehicle to do it. And the game doesn't.
You said it. Let's
Whoa,
leave this
that's
place
new.
ASAP.
Bodied.
Only after we found its treasure, you mean?
Imagine going on an excursion in some ruins and oh, hello. I'm so glad I didn't think about stopping to stop playing thing like, well, I've seen everything I needed to see. I never would have known.
Whoa, these ruins are huge.
I have never been inside.
Getting Overwatch vibes from the style of the tank.
So close to our village.
It reminds me of the robots you would fight in Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Scale.
People had way too much time on their
Secrets! Ancient silver coin. Oh ho! And if you time the boosts, bye bye. Ancient gold coin.
Odd ruins. I wonder what they might have originally been built for.
hidden treasure too. Maybe it was at a playground?
One dangerous place to leave your children.
Copper coin, silver ore. Okay, all right. Now the game is really appealing to me because I would be that one guy that would go into some ruins like, yeah, I ain't going nowhere until I get my mech ready to go deeper into the ruins. Whoa! Oh! I got mad concerned about that jump. I thought it was going to be the end of me.
Whoa, these ruins are huge.
I have never been inside them, even though they are so close to our village.
Like, there's a level of
Must have taken
platforming
an
in here that
extremely
appeals to
long time
me.
to build structures of this scale.
People had way too much time on their hands.
Oh, here I am thinking like, it's only limited. I can't get over there. And then it's like, yeah, it's only limited as long as you have nitro. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No!
leave this place ASAP.
Only after we found its treasure, you mean?
The fact that they can let me bring my tank into these ruins, okay? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how they're saying, not only can you bring your mech in here, but you can bring your tank in here too? Why? Why would you give me that option? Now, unfortunately, I can't explore any more of the ruins. I can't explore it because I lack one of those hopper mechs that will allow me to that would allow me to explore the rest of this place.
Been inside them, even though they are so close to our village.
It must have taken an extremely long time to build structures of this scale.
People had way too much time on their hands.
This is something I'm gonna have to keep in mind. I'm gonna have to get my hands on hopper vehicles of some kind. Okay. These ruins have a lot more going for them than I originally thought. Speaking of Overwatch, still won't let them. I still won't let it go that we had PvE just ripped away from us. I'd be playing Overwatch right now with their PvE if they had it, but no. We secretly said that it just didn't line up with our vision, and I'm like, you lying. You just couldn't figure out a way to fully monetize a single-player mode as much as you do multiplayer. You couldn't figure it out. You couldn't figure out a way to do it in a way that didn't make you seem greedy. That's the real truth of that. They didn't, their vision was not like, we didn't have a vision of doing, because if they're saying like it didn't line up with our vision, I'm like, why did you do even attempt to talk about PvE if your vision didn't involve it? If your vision didn't involve actually doing that. Hero missions, skill trees, and all that. If your vision didn't include it, why did you promote it?
See, you're evil, right?
I'm just saying, I smell something. I smell lies. So no, their vision was not, and then the thing is, they said like it didn't really line up with our vision and it just became too difficult to do. But it's not difficult for you to monetize everything else. So now the PvE stuff that was going to be free is now being sold to you. You wonderful individuals. You are being sold these things now as part of like, yeah, they're just going to be like the very same thing we had in Overwatch 1. So, oh snap, I almost destroyed my mech with that. I need to get him some better feats. So now the sole reason for Overwatch 2 even existing is pretty much gone and has been, diced up into tiny bite-sized chunks to be distributed out behind a paywall now. So whenever I hear anything Overwatch related, that's the only thing that sticks to my mind. Wasted opportunity. I could be playing Overwatch right now. I could be playing Genji
Knowing what they can do
and playing his mission, leveling him up, getting him stronger, playing co-op story missions with my friends,
Try that next time.
actually playing Overwatch because I want to. But no. Corporate greed has such a strong hold on those with very little backbone. And now you want to make sure that no one really respects Overwatch. Not anymore. See, there was plenty of opportunities. And now it's gone. What a waste. I'm not going to harp on that for too long because I could get on a whole soapbox about how we literally just got the short end of the stick and then that short end of the stick was taken from us completely. But I digress. I don't play Overwatch, so I no longer care what they're trying to do. You had a chance. And to think that you made people wait 4 years? Imagine if I made any of you wait 4 years for me to do my One Piece read-through series from the very beginning all the way up to volume 82. Imagine if I just teased it saying like, well, things are going well.
Make sure
Things
to
are going
check your
fine.
gear every
First
now
of all, y'all wouldn't even be here
You never
after
know
a
when
year.
something you've picked up
Still,
might come
especially
in
if you were here waiting for me to do that One Piece read-through, y'all wouldn't be here. Let alone 4 years. But imagine making people wait 4 years for something that is never going to show up. And then expect people to be all like, yeah.
I think there's a cave or something under the quicksand.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Yo, there's ruins down up in here. Welcome back, CDs. Just talking about Overwatch and Blizzard, Acta Blizzard, whatever they want to call themselves these days. Just talking about them and why one of the biggest fumbles in gaming history
One down.
just continues to be that. And we're still exploring in Sandland. We're finding new places. I activated that radio tower. So now we have these different points of interest, such as these old big ruins. Copper coin, silver ore. Okay, I'm getting these items. Let's see, ancient currency discovered at a ruin site can be used for transactions with Lassie. Used at trading posts. Okay, so we know that gold coins are very special. They have one specific person that needs them.
There's more dust than air.
You said it. Let's leave this place ASAP.
Only after we found its treasure.
Oh,
you mean.
okay. Look at the animation. Okay, so look at the regular animation. Lateral ground, horizontal ground, running fine. Going upstairs, it goes in a way of like he needs to pump his legs to go up the stairs. And when I go down the stairs quickly, he has his arms off to the side as a way to, kind of balance yourself a little bit. I like that touch when they add a little bit of realism to, going up inclines and down inclinations in video games.
Odd ruins. I wonder what they might have originally been built for.
Hidden treasure too. Maybe it was, I don't know, a playground?
One dangerous place to leave your children.
Just how far does this place go? Wait, did I just run in a circle? No. We found the opening to the ruin. Okay. So that's the Joram ruins. We got a grotto over here. And we got a grotto, what is that? Yeah, we got another grotto down there. Let me see where this goes.
We'll probably find traveling merchants on the main roads. They roam over Sandland, peddling their wares to all comers.
Let's go ahead and get out of here.
Travelers, huh?
I'll explore the grotto, and then I think I'll maybe call it a session there for my first impressions of Sandland. And then I'll give my thoughts. Because, I gotta eat.
It's the leader of the Raptors. Do be careful, Prince. Are you all right? Go for it.
Ooh, we got some secrets. We're getting all this stuff, but I can't even use any of it. Oh, so you want to dive bomb somebody? Yo, D-Train, and happy birthday, man! Get out of my cave! Out of my cave! It seems you're hard of hearing. But D-Train, it is good to see you. Happy birthday. I hope your birthday has been great. We're just messing with the Sandland demo right now. Oh, that's how you turn the headlights on.
How do demons usually spend their day?
You turn it on with the touchpad. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, we got a grotto that's all the way down at the bottom.
Brace for true evil. We do stuff like dig pitfalls where people like to walk. Oh, and Thief even stole someone's comic the other day.
Some of my finest work, if I do say so myself.
See? You're evil, right?
Right.
Won't be long before my birthday rolls around. I'm gonna be co-chilling a little bit. I won't be doing no big celebration because, as you guys know, I wait for my dad's birthday so we can both celebrate our birthdays together. His birthday is 3 days after mine. His is on the 26th. So I wait for his birthday and we go out to eat. And if my grandpa's around, my mom's dad,
Hey, Thief.
we tend to go to, it's a tradition. It's actually a tradition. Oh right, I can't even go over here because of the quicksand. I can't come over here. Ah,
Man, I wanted to go over there.
ah well. But I can't even, me, my dad, and my grandpa, we have this tradition that we try to do every year where we go to Red Lobster and we just eat the ultimate feast. We get an ultimate feast apiece. And I eat everything. I eat the shrimp, the scampi, the lobster, the snow crab legs, the mashed potatoes, everything. I eat it all. And it's just something that we do every year or try to do every year. New trailer for Sparking Zero tomorrow? Oh no, Gajil, that's not a trailer. That's a gameplay showcase. It's 13 minutes, bro. That's a 13-minute showcase, bro, of gameplay. This ain't gonna be no Rivals trailer like we got the last time. This is gonna be like a full 13 minutes of stuff. But yeah, me, my dad, and my grandpa, we try to do this every year, especially when my grandpa gets off the road. We try to do this every year where we go out to eat together. So we're really looking forward to doing that with him this year. And since the 26th is on a Tuesday, actually. Yeah, next week, next Tuesday is my dad's birthday. And in the next couple of days, it's mine. Next Tuesday will be my dad's birthday. So... Oh yeah, Gajil, you didn't know? You didn't know? You didn't know? You didn't know? It was gonna be, it's gonna be a full-on showcase. Because I'm looking at the pages for it, and a person by the name of Idle Sloth on Twitter says, for your information, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero gameplay showcase is premiering on YouTube on March 20th at 7 a.m. PT, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and 2 p.m. GMT. Video length is about 13 minutes. Yes, sir. So yeah. We are getting a full 13-minute gameplay showcase of the successor of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that early in the morning. Can't stand you. I be messing with Gajil so much. I be messing with him. I be messing with him. Yes. I can't wait to see it though. I really can't. I told you guys, I'm not big on fighting games, but when it comes to like Budokai Tenkaichi, yeah, it'll be an exception. It'll definitely be an exception. Also, here's something that you didn't know that I just found out yesterday, Gajil. Now, actually, I think it was this morning. There will be dynamic weather during fights. I'm gonna let you, I know it's a small thing in the grand scheme of things, but I'm gonna let you do with that sort of information however you like. Okay, I think I've done everything that this demo would allow me to do. I've explored all the limits of the map itself, and the map is huge. Like the amount of time it has taken me to travel in and everywhere and explore everything and do a whole bunch of extra stuff. Yeah, we're already pushing 2 hours and 30 minutes. And this is how much I've uncovered, and there's still so much more map to see. There's still so much to see. We have such sights to show you. Gonna make poor Gajil stroke out. Look, Gajil is a fighting game enthusiast. Because, well, me and him, we were looking at the SNK Fatal Fury gameplay. Specifically, we were reacting to Maximilian Dude's, reaction to it. And we were just discussing fighting games as a whole. How influential Maximilian Dude has been to the gaming community, the video gaming community, and the fighting gaming community as a whole for the past 14 years. So, yeah, and Gajil, when it comes to this sort of thing, Gajil has a lot to say. And I like listening to him talk to it, because it's like you guys listening to me when I'm talking about stuff that I like. You know, it's like, you know, yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm heaped to the jive that you're spitting, my brother. I'm just listening to him, and it's like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I could talk to this dude about anything. So yeah. But I think I've done everything that I could possibly do in this demo at the moment. I can switch some armor and stuff around, but I mean, it's kind of limited. Oh wait, I could put like a shotgun on this.
Body is nearly 100% water, for instance.
Let's find some people to mess with. Perfect. I see a tank, and I see people. Let us kill the people. You can't run from a mech who can dodge jump. Oh, right. I forgot. Whoop. Then we look at hippo attack videos. Hippos are Lord Jesus. Look, can I say something? When me and Gaju were looking at hippo videos and hippo encounters, I'm like, are the people who are in these videos dumb? Are they seriously dumb? Like, you got people in a boat who is all like, ah, look at that, there's a hippo in the water, eh? And it goes underwater. First of all, that's a concern. If a hippo sees you and then it goes underwater and you don't see it, why are y'all in the boat still moving slow? Now, when the boat guy who sees, he doesn't say anything and he immediately starts that engine, you got a smart boatman. But then you have, there's a part, we were watching this countdown of like deadly hippo encounters. And there's this guy, a father, who is out fishing with his sons. And he's out there, and they're in this boat, and they're in this, like, flat boat. It's not like a big boat where you can, like, seat several people. It's like one you can stand in, and maybe a person, and maybe another person if you stress it, and it's still floatable. They're just out there fishing, and they see the hippo, and they're all like, okay, we're just gonna move to another part of the water. And I'm like, you do realize that all of the water belongs to the hippo, right? You can't just move to one side of the water and be all like, okay, we're out of range. We're safe. No. This hippo followed them. They tried to go to the other side of the lake, and the hippo followed them. Then the dude has the audacity to say, like, I'm going to throw my fishing line over to him and try and scare him. Ha! You think a hippo that's not scared of charging full cars full of tourists who are taking pictures next to a water hole in eating distance of creatures? You think one that's not scared to charge people is going to be scared of a fishing line? Oh, you stupid. And the thing that gets me is that sometimes you'll have people who are in boats and they won't take off. They won't be all like, okay, a hippo sees us, we need to get out of range. They'll just be lightly pushing. They'll just lightly tap the gas. Just speed up enough where the hippo can't get close. Then there was the one where the hippo rams the boat. Oh yeah, okay. Explain this to me. Everybody, in chat, I want y'all to listen to this story that me... let me tell y'all all just a little bit of this story that we saw yesterday. I had to bring my Uncle Ruckus out just a little bit. Explain to me why you are going kayaking in waters where hippos frequent. Can someone answer that? Why are you kayaking in waters where hippos go? Now, mind you, these are kayaks where you can just easily jump out if something very serious happens. Your whole body can just get out in an instant. I'm talking about the ones where you have to slide your legs in. Why are you taking a kayak like that into waters where hippos are known to be? And then you see hippos in the distance. Mind you, a human can be fast. But a human will never be faster than a hippo. These things run at 30. Humans wish they ran at 30. You don't? Oh, no. The reason why I asked that is because people did that. You think I made up that situation just off the top of my head? That was an actual situation. People go out into this swamp area. Hippos can instantly kill you with a kayak. Yeah. And then there's the one where the sailor was in the phone while the hippo was chasing them. Look, let me stick to the kayak thing real quickly. Can I just stick to the kayak thing real quick? These are people on an expedition, and they're just in this swampy area with tall reeds. First of all, as a slightly dark-skinned brother, my senses go off if I'm in an area where I cannot see all into the distance of my surroundings. That's why I don't go in woods. That's the reason why when I did that delivery for Best Buy and I could not see into the woods and I made sure the lights were off when I was in the truck and the truck doors were locked. That's the reason, that's one of the reinforcing factors of why I don't trust locations where I cannot see into the distance. Fog? When I'm driving, careful. I just don't trust it. So explain to me why y'all gonna go into an area where not only are hippos known to frequent, but the whole place is just surrounded by tall reeds. And then they had the audacity to just continue on this expedition. They turn a corner, and there's two hippos in the distance. Within seeing distance, mind you. Within seeing distance. And they said, like, okay, we're going to go in the other direction. And they just continue on. They don't move with haste. They don't move with a purpose. They just keep swimming in another direction as if everything is fine. So all of a sudden, while they're going, a hippo suddenly rises out of the water right in front of one of the kayakers. And this kayaker is in a kayak where you have to slide your body into that small little hole. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that'll be the moment where I just give up on kayaks forever. That close to a hippo. Then we had another one where people were in a boat and they were recording, and near the end of the recording, they literally get jumped by a hippo that almost rams into their boat, and it chased after them purposefully. Then there's another boating group that decided to go out. They saw a hippo and decided, you know what? Let's get out of the boat and onto high ground. Smart people. The first round of smart people in a group. They're all like, we see hippos. Yeah, we need to get to high ground right now where they can't get to us. And they stood there. And guess what the hippo did? It was watching them. This is all true, by the way, okay? It's in a video. It's in a video. If you guys want, I will link the video to you guys in the Discord in that one video suggestion channel. The hippo watches them while they're standing up there. And then when it's done watching them, it slowly sinks back into the water like it's some sort of horror movie monster. I didn't know animals knew that type of tactic, okay? You want to keep me out of the water? Stare me down and then slowly lower back into the water like you're some sort of horror creature. I'm not lying. Gajil, am I lying? Am I lying? We both saw it. We both, the amount of time we spent looking at that one moment was unsafe. But it looked at them from, and mind you, it was at a distance, and they zoomed in and they saw it just slowly sink back into the water like, I'm watching you. And then you don't see it anymore. Then we saw another group getting chased by a hippo. Chills? Look, kitty. That's exactly what me and Gajil thought. Ain't no way you gonna do me like that. Ain't no way you gonna Jason Voorhees me like that. You're just gonna slowly sink back into the ground and then I don't know where you at. No, we going. We leaving. We going home.
We pay. Hey, honey, where you going? We paid for $400 for this trip. For 5 days.
It's only been 20 minutes and I'm all ready to go back home. That hippo has caught bodies. I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked. You know how many humans hippos kill on the regular? On the regular, though. I don't think people realize that hippos are incredibly dangerous creatures. Don't mess with they babies. Don't think just because a baby is all cute and cuddly because it ain't got no teeth when it's a kid, when it's a baby, that is fine. You will never be able to domesticate a creature that is bigger than you and is known to body crocodiles. When a hippo says this rhinoceros is in my territory, so the first thing I'm gonna do is grab it by the head and body slam it? No, that's a note from me, Chief. That's a no for me, good buddy. 10-4, good sir. We are rolling out. Don't hippos kill more than gators, crocodiles, and snakes combined? Yes! That's the problem! People keep messing with hippos! You think just because it's fat, it can't move? Wait, hold on. I'm actually getting called. Give me a sec.
Did the demon village always used to be where it is now?
As far as I know, there is no record of us moving.
Staying in one spot for so long is a sign of good governance.
Maybe you humans should try moving less.
All right. That was GameStop letting me know, just reminding me of the release date for Dragon's Dogma, so that way I can get my copy and set up the stream for it a little bit afterwards. So it'll probably be either 1 or 1:30, or maybe even 2 if I haven't eaten when I set up the stream for Dragon's Dogma 2. But yeah, but no, people keep messing with hippos, and don't think just because it's fat it can't move. Them jokers run. Them jokers can run. Seeing alligators get jumped for messing with a baby hippo? Yes, me and Gajil, it's a minute-long video. A crocodile was trying to get towards a baby hippo, and a whole herd of hippos just jumped the crocodile. It was getting grabbed in a hippo's mouth and tossed around. It got away, but I'm pretty sure it's never going to go near that watering hole again, especially when hippos are near. Hippos are no joke. Matter of fact, we about to look up some hippo facts, okay? I didn't even look up the hippo facts when I was watching stuff with Gajil. Oh, also, another thing me and Gajil found out, bruh. If y'all don't stop talking, sorry to interrupt y'all, but I gotta talk about this. Another thing that me and Gajil were looking into was the strength of gorillas. Gorilla strength is insane. Gorilla strength is insane. They are capable of bench pressing 4,000 pounds. Your average human who has undergone intense muscle training, the most muscled and trained individual is capable of getting close to at least 885. But gorilla strength is comparable to being able to lift 4,000 pounds. Their bite force can get up to 1,300 pounds per square inch. They can literally break bone if they swing their arm into you. Their whole bodies are just nothing but muscle. I ain't messing with no hippos. I ain't messing with no gorillas. That's a no. That's a no. Oh, this is nice. I pull up hippo facts. Dangerous. And it says, how dangerous are hippos? You know what? I'm going to Discovery Wildlife. I'm going to say this as like an infomercial. This is going to be our intellectual moment for the stream. I've been doing a lot of addle brain stuff during this whole stream, but we're going to do some intellectual stuff right now. Hippo guide. How big they are, what they eat, how fast they run, and why they are one of the most dangerous animals in the planet. The second largest animal... You know what? I need an accent for this. The second largest animal on land after the elephant, the hippopotamus, or hippo, is a fascinating species which is most powerful and dangerous in water. Another thing to know about hippos is like, you see them in water, they can keep up with boats. It's like the water isn't even there for them. So let me go down to the facts. How much does a hippo weigh? Hippopotamus are the second largest land animal after the elephant. Male hippos weigh 1,600 to 3,200 kilograms, while females weigh up to 650 to 2,350 kilograms. What do hippos eat? Hippos are herbivores and they tend to eat grass, leaves, fruit, and aquatic plants. In the planet. Did I say in the planet? I meant to say on the planet. If they were in the planet, that'd be a concern. What are hippos doing living on the planet? Living in the planet. How much food do hippos eat? Despite their size, they eat just 1 to 1.5% of their body weight every day. Can hippos swim? Hippos sink in water. They run along the river bottom instead of swimming. So mind you, these things sink like a stone in water because they can't actually swim. They are that heavy. Yet they... Yeah, I said in the planet. In the planet. Hippopotamus are one of the most dangerous creatures in the planet. Only me. It would be me. But the fact that these things sink in water and can still keep up with boats despite their heavy weight? Nah. How fast can a hippo run? A hippo can match the speed of a human on land, but only for short distances. They are much faster and more dangerous in water. So you mean to tell me that the water, which already gives you resistance because it's water, the hippos are faster in water than they are on land? These very same creatures that just said they sink in water like a stone, they are faster in it. That's a no. So, let's see. What is a group of hippos called? A group of hippos can be called a bloat, pod, or herd. Okay, so how dangerous are hippos?
The hippopotamus is a very aggressive wild creature and is the deadliest large land mammal on the planet.
I did it again.
Is the deadliest large land animal on the planet. It is estimated that hippo attacks kill 500 people each year in Africa.
500 people each year. I think something's wrong with us if we gotten to the point where we say each year. Each year. Estimation is 500 people each year. You think we would know better when we got to the point where we say each. It is not only their size and weight that makes them dangerous, but also their very sharp teeth. Yeah, they're a death sentence. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I'm trying to find just straight up dangerous facts about them. Causing an estimated 500 deaths annually as compared to only 22 for lions. Lions kill less people than humans. I mean, hippos kill less people than hippos. Kill less humans than hippos. But hippos kill an estimated 500 every year. Every year. Every year. This is because they are very aggressive and territorial and have a habit of charging at boats and capsizing them. Literally sinking boats. They're living icebergs. The people on board then either drown or are killed by the animals themselves. No. I'm looking for some more facts. Yeah, and I keep finding the same thing. Killing around 500 humans in Africa every year. Let's be completely real. People are getting dumber yearly. I mean, you're not wrong. In comparison to other animals on Earth, the number of deaths caused by hippos is shockingly large. Do hippos eat humans? No, they do not eat humans, but they will attack people who infringe on their territory. While on land, hippos are not territorial, but they are territorial in the water. This water is mine. What are you doing in my water? It's not even a matter of like this is a watering hole shared by a whole bunch of creatures. It literally gets in the water and then is asking everybody else, what y'all doing in my water? What y'all do? It literally could be the last animal. You could have like 50 different animals around a watering hole, and then the hippo was the last to show up, and then it gets in the water, and then it's looking at everyone else like, what y'all doing here in my water? And ain't nobody gonna protest because it's a hippo. Let me see. Hippos spend most of their time submerged in water in order to keep them cool. This can be dangerous to people on boats who don't see a hippo and venture into their territory. Generally, hippos stay in areas on rivers that are 55 to 110 yards offshore, and they will patrol these areas to make sure nothing is infringing on their territory. They are on 24/7 watch. Speaking of people getting dumber, you changed a 22-year-old's tire today in the parking lot. He didn't know how. How do you not know? I know how to change a tire. I even know how to rotate them. How do you not know how to change a tire? If you own a car, you should know how to change your own tires. That should be a requirement. That is a life requirement. If you have a car or you drive one, you should be able to know how to change a tire. How are you 22 years old and I knew how to change a tire before I was in my 20s because my dad taught me. My dad's a mechanic. He knows everything car-based. So anything he's taught me about cars, I've remembered. The little secret tricks you can have for when you have automated windows. If it stays open, there's a little trick you do with like your button to make it so that it resets and goes back to normal. I know how to do a whole bunch of things for cars. But changing a tire is the most bottom of the barrel, basic level thing you should know for. That's ridiculous. Change the tire, change the oil, top off fluids. I know how to do all that. How do you not know how to do any of that? How? There's no excuse. You gonna call AAA when you stuck on the side of the road?
I need help changing my tires because I don't.
How you gonna tell them? You gonna tell them you got a flat? They get there, they don't see no flat. It's all like,
yeah, I kind of don't know how to change my own tires.
What? Lord Jesus. This newer generation. I'm old enough where I can say this new generation. I'm from the 90s onwards. I'm from an era of time when you were required to learn basic stuff to survive. Not rely on YouTube videos to learn stuff. Stuff that you were taught from either your parents or you learned in a class. Stuff that you would keep with you for the, he was going to call 911 to... Please tell me that's a joke. This person was going to call 911 to have his tires changed. Did he forget that 911 is not a service you call to get a tow truck? That's for like real emergencies. You're in a parking lot. You're in a parking lot with people who are already there. You're not stranded on the side of the road. You're in a parking lot. You're not in a dire situation. You're in a parking lot where there are other people. If you don't know what number to call for a tow truck, you wouldn't make something this stupid up. I know you wouldn't, but it's just like I saw it and I had to ask to make sure that I'm awake, that I'm not seeing things. But this dude's in a parking lot though. You're in a parking lot and one of your thoughts was to call 911. What do you expect them to do? You expect the police to come down there? So it's like, all right, what's the issue, sir? I can't change my tire. You are now fined $250 for disturbing the peace. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. That don't make sense to me. How do you not know how to change a tire? That's ridiculous. Had to read books on how to change mechanics. I didn't have to because my mechanic is also my father, and he takes great pride in his work, and I ain't got to pay him nothing. Maybe the occasional honey bun or occasional bottle of Mountain Dew, but that's it. I've never been to like a dealer to get a car fixed because my dad would for the most part do it. But anything else important? I know how to change tires. I know how to operate jacks and everything. I've helped my dad out with different stuff, help him with other people's cars before. And I still retain that knowledge. Helped him pull cars into the shop so he could, work on them. I've helped him out with different things. But that's just basic knowledge though. That's crazy. Good Lord. Do these kids nowadays not want to learn nothing? Stuff that can save your life. Being able to change your own tire eliminates the need for you to call a tow truck, then pay for the tow truck, being billed for the tow truck, and then the embarrassment of being towed. Because you didn't know. Because here's the thing. If your car is intact and people you know see your car being towed, you can't have no excuse of why you're being towed. Because if you say that I didn't know how to change my own tire, that's not even on your public record. That is on your social public record. People will now know that you don't know how to change your own tire. And it's going to rest in people's minds for a hot minute. You got to learn. Learn! I know they don't teach you how to change your tires in schools, but these are things you should know. Like, what if your windshield wiper fluid goes out? Do you know where to put it in? Do you know where to pour it? Do you even know how to pop the hood of your own car? And now iPad kids are becoming a thing too. Ugh. Ah. No, they're lazy. It's abuse to make a child do chores. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. If they're crying because they have to clean their room, they'll get over it. Go outside and mow the backyard. That's not abuse. Am I sitting on the back deck with a pitcher of lemonade, reading the paper, and do I have a whip to make you get back to work? No, I don't. But you gonna cut that grass. Because you ain't gonna be bumming around the house doing jack. It's ridiculous how the mentality of all like, well, we don't want our kids to hate us. I know I'm going on a full-on tangent here when I should be ending, so I can go ahead and cook myself some food. But it's so mind-boggling how parenting has changed over the years. The way I was brought up on whoopings and in the church. And that has molded me into the person that I am. And it's really my parents. It's really my parents who pretty much steered me in the direction of how I am as an individual, how I present myself to people, how I treat people, but also a sense of responsibility. See, that's a word that a lot of people don't like to hear anymore. People don't like to hear about responsibility. Responsibility, that's infringing on my chill time. That's infringing on me just being free. I want to be free. I don't want to have to worry about no responsibilities. And then you get people that don't want to get no job. They don't want to work. Oh, you want me to buy this thing for you, but you don't want to do no work? Then I ain't buying this thing. That's unfair. You're being unfair. No, what's unfair is how long I've allowed you to have no job for so long. But we really are, we've gone from being in an era where it was expected for you to pull your weight. Doing whatever. Especially when you got older, when you became a teenager, you get an allowance, but it was to help you learn responsibility. And then that allowance got cut off at some point, but you still continued to do the thing you were expected to do because you were expected to do that without an expectation of a reward. Because too many times of being rewarded, and then you're going to expect that every single time. So that had to be culled. And then when you got out of high school and you either went to college or you started working, which is what I did. I went to work straight out of high school, and I've worked like over 10 years, 3 different jobs, but I learned responsibility. There's things that I need to be taken care of. You gotta get a backbone when you get in the workplace, because you ain't gonna be around your family members. You're gonna be around some people who can rile you up. You can be around tons of different things. You gotta have a spine to survive out in the workforce area. And that taught me how to not just stay to myself, but also be very careful, because you can't trust everybody. But it taught me responsibility because I was expected to do my job every time I showed up for a shift. And that continued until I got tired of being mistreated at my last job, and I decided to, do this. And I rather do this because this is where I'm happy. But it took me a long time to get to this point. But kids nowadays, and I can call them kids because a great deal of them are way younger than me. A lot of them nowadays are all like,
A job? Why can't I just stay home and just do this or do that?
Sure, as a person whose half of his job is literally playing video games for a long period of time, I'm paid to do this. Okay? I'm not just in the house just playing games and I ain't doing nothing to make sure that, you know, money's coming in. I have my chill days, but I'm still working. But kids nowadays, they don't want to work. They don't want to do no work, but they want the reward. I want this brand new car. What you gonna do in order to get it? I just thought you were gonna give it to me. What? I ain't giving you nothing for free. How am I supposed to know about your work ethic and your sense of responsibility if I just give this thing to you and I don't know if I can trust you with it? Responsibility is a foul word. Get a job is a foul word. And social media has really taught a whole bunch of kids nowadays that
all you gotta do is just become an influencer. Just drop everything that you're doing, and then you'll instantly be successful.
And then when it don't work out, they be looking at everyone else like,
I don't understand why it didn't work.
or you just have kids who are just don't want to get a job because they lazy. I ain't working. You ain't eating. You don't work, you don't eat. Tale as old as time. If you ain't working, you ain't eating. That's how it's always been. If you had a job and you see everyone else working and you in the back corner on your phone, which I've seen people, and that's crazy because I've seen people who would just be on their phones at work, and I'm like, we need to work so we can go home. And I saw this so much. Son still talks about what you did. But it's crazy just how much phones have infiltrated the workplace. And it's when being the age that I am, I've had many younger people show up at jobs. And I had one guy who showed up, and when I was working at Harris Teeter, I'm going to tell this story, say my piece, and then I'm going to be done because I'll be here all day, and I really got to eat. Had a guy who showed up when I was working at Harris Teeter. Okay, cool. New guy, buff guy. Dude was looked like he was built, very strong, muscular, more muscular than me.
I have a lean build, don't you know?
But he showed up and, did pretty good. Then all of a sudden, this dude was taking week-long vacations almost every other week. And I'm like, you just showed up. How are you taking vacations? It ain't even been 90 days. How are you taking vacations? You ain't got no vacation time. And he would just be out. We'd be wondering where he's at. And we find out that he took like sick leave and stuff. And I'm like, he ain't sick. You get here to this job, you find out that this ain't what you want, and then all of a sudden, I got the stomach flu. Oh, I can't come in. And one thing that really annoyed me about my job was all like, you need a written doctor's note for you to be out. And I'm like, okay, so you want me to let my doctor know that I'm coming in to confirm something that I can tell already from my body? Y'all ridiculous for that, but there's a lot of people that came in that didn't want to do the work. They came in and wanted to get paid, but didn't want to do the work. And then had the audacity to ask why their paycheck was so small. Huh? You ain't want to work! You didn't want to work! You decided, I don't feel like working today, so I'm just gonna call out, and then you gonna complain about how you ain't got enough, them extra zeros on your paycheck. It's because you didn't want to work. You just wanted to be lazy. See, so many kids are like that nowadays. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on this drum all day. Who gonna pay for that visit? The employer? That's what I'm saying. Okay, you want me to get a doctor's note, so you're gonna pay for my doctor's visit? If you ain't, I ain't giving you no note. Can't tell you how many times I went to work and called out and had to call out sick, and they was all like, how you feel? you're gonna need to have a doctor's note in order to come out, in order to be out of a shift. And I'm like, yeah, but I ain't coming in. See, I had to get real direct with them because they couldn't do anything. They couldn't come down to my house and make me go in. So it was one of those moments. Another thing was the work ethic was so bad. Remember I told you I was in that car accident from 2019? The work ethic and the mindset that I had for working was actually so bad that I thought that if I was out longer than 3 days, they would fire me. So I actually went in earlier than I was supposed to go anywhere after, suffering that car accident, just so I could work a shift to make sure that they didn't fire me. It's a horrible mindset to have because I was still recovering, but I didn't want them to fire me. So I went in one night and they were saying like, "Hey, you doing all right? You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just came in to work." It was a horrible time for me to have that sort of mindset. I'm glad I don't have it anymore. But kids today, they don't want to work, and they'll come up with any excuse of why they don't want to get no job, but be looking for handouts. Be looking for handouts, but don't want to work. I'm kind of a best employee myself. Oh, I wasn't a best employee. I hope that's not what you thought that what was going on, because I said, like, no matter what happens, even after a car accident, I'm still going to go in and work because I ain't getting no accolades. I ain't getting nothing. I didn't expect nothing. I just didn't want to get fired. All I got was all like, "You doing all right?" "Yes, sir, I'm doing all right." "All right, then. Just don't push yourself too hard." That's it. I ain't getting no sympathy except from the people that actually knew me, who questioned why I was on that shift in the first place. Had an employer say I had to come in despite having the flu, kept bugging me about coming in, so I sent him a picture of the trash can contents. Did he say get better soon? Crazy. But that's just, I'm starting to get off into like employer stuff and employee stuff during my time at work. But kids nowadays, some of them really don't want to work, and they be looking at social media and seeing how successful people are and thinking like, I can do that, I can be successful. Nah, I'm not gonna go to work, but still be expecting to like get paid. Told me not to come near until I was better. Mess around and find out. That's what happens. But, yeah, I don't know about kids nowadays. I got some that look up to me, and I'm trying to, they got good parents. The ones that I speak to, the kids that look up to me, they have very good parents who know better. They ain't trying to be friends with their children. They are their parents. There's a difference. Friends means that you're on the same playing field. And this is the same thing that I told my mom whenever we talk, especially about this newer generation. Parents are not meant to be friends, because friends are people who are on your level. Parents are not on the same level as children. And it never will be the case where the children are on a hierarchy that's higher than parents, because that's never going to be the thing. That's never going to be the case. Parents are not meant to be best buds with their sons and daughters. They're meant to be parents who teach their kids right from wrong and how to tell the difference and how to have a sense of respect for the hierarchy and the hierarchy when it comes to a family. Father, mother, children. Parents, children. Parents are above kids. That's always going to be the case. It's never going to be a moment, because I've seen examples where kids be going off on their parents, telling them off, cursing them out, doing this, even trying to hurt them. And I'm like, yeah, not in my house. All right. My mom, she's shorter than I am, but I would never in a million years ever think about disrespecting her or even raising my hand to her. First of all, I'm a dude that has been raised to be a person that never raises his hand to a woman. That's just how my dad raised me. But I be seeing parents talking to their kids, and their kids are like, "No, I ain't doing that," and their parents are like, "Okay, okay." And I'm like, "What? You're conceding to a child? Your own child?" A lot of children nowadays are getting way too comfortable around their parents that they get to do whatever they want, say whatever they want, and I feel like that is so uncalled for. That's so disrespectful. You do not understand the ramifications of what you're doing. Far too many kids nowadays look at their parents as if they're their friends that they can talk to or treat any kind of way. No. Fools you are.
Fools you are. Shorten your days, you will.
But I'm getting off on a whole nother tangent here altogether. It just saddens me that the newer generation we have is not improving, but rather reaching a state of stagnation thanks to social media and phones and access to the internet. Because I know for me, should I ever have children of my own, I would like to have some. I would like to have a wife and children of my own. But they will be raised the way I was raised. They will be raised in the 90s. 90s and early 2000s. Not the later 2010s and the 2020s. And then they get upset when their child is in jail, then the system comes back to the parent and they play dumb. Nah, it's the parents' fault. You let it get this far. It's like when I went off on Zeta in Relink when she kept allowing that little kid who sounded like, "I'm gonna marry you one day," and started treating Zeta like she was his girlfriend, even though it was a kid, and Zeta's like in her 20s. And I'm like, Zeta, you allowed this to progress this far. You should have cut it off at the head. But she just kept it going, and then the kid got in his mind, okay, she's acknowledging me, so that means I can continue to do what I'm doing. Nah, that's how it is with parents who let their kids get away with stuff. Once the kid thinks they can get away with it the first time, they're gonna put that's more than ample time for them to think, yeah, let's push the envelope. Let's push the envelope. We going back, Kyushu, back to the future. It's so bad that the kids would cry and cry and cry till the parents give them what they want. You can cry all you want. You can cry in the store. You can cry outside. You can cry in the car. But you ain't getting what you crying for. Because that's not how this works. You listen and you obey. You behave yourself when you in public. Then maybe I'll reward you. Don't expect it every time because you're supposed to be doing that anyway. Crying just to get your way. That's the reason why I'm glad Caillou's no longer a thing. I'm glad they canceled that show. Because Caillou was teaching kids the wrong thing. Blame Caillou if you think your children ain't acting right.
Growing up is not so tough. So when I had enough, I'll get my way because I'm Caillou.
No, I'm so glad that show's over. I'm so glad that show's over. But yeah, it just boggles the mind how kids are these days. Lazy, conceited, and expecting to get rewarded for doing absolutely nothing. Nah. Forget it. I will be that blunt person saying like, did you work for this? No? Then go away. And I dare you to tell your parents I said something. I dare you. My kids, when they were young, they cried themselves to sleep because they couldn't have ice cream 10 minutes before bed. Oh, yeah. I had moments where I was, like, upset that I couldn't have something that my parents told me no, I couldn't have. But I got over it. And as I got older, I started to realize that the things I was complaining about and wishing I had as a kid were not even that important anyway. It was not worth it. It was not worth the frustration. It was not worth... Doing stuff that could get me in trouble was not worth the consequences. See, I learned that from a very early age. The consequences of my actions, negative consequences for my actions, would come back to haunt me for the rest of my days. So what did I do? I learned to do as much as I could to keep negative consequences from arising. Which is what led to me being weaned off of whoopings off of a very early age. Because I learned from a very young age that whoopings hurt. and that I can't stand pain because it hurts me. See, when you learn quick like that, you ain't got to worry about whoopings no more. It didn't take long. It didn't take long for me to get the picture. Whoopings hurt. I don't like whoopings, so let's not do the things that get me whoopings. Didn't take long. It took a couple of them, but it didn't take tons of years of my life for me to realize. I'm happy for it. Bro, you gotta eat. I know. I know. I've been talking for so long. I'm so sorry. I've been stuck on this one screen, and we just started talking about parents and kids not knowing how to change their tires and all sorts of things, employers, employees, and shady business practices, Nickelodeon, all sorts of things. I'm sorry. We're going to go ahead and call it here. Now, is there a way for me to go back to the main menu? I don't think it's going to save my progress. Save data. Cool. I could save my data. Don't know why, because I can't do anything except just go around and kill things. But it's all good. All right, we'll just go back to the main screen. So, what can I say about Sandland? It's interesting, and I think I'll find a lot of fun messing with this, especially hippos as well. Yeah, we talk about a whole bunch of things here. Yeah, we talk about a whole bunch of things, and it's actually good to talk to you guys, because you guys get to get a good sense of my headspace, where I'm at, and you guys get to understand me as an individual better. But, Sandland, it's fun. And I feel it'll be a lot more fun when I actually have like a sort of heading, like side missions and actual missions, and be able to level up and earn stuff and upgrade and do things in the game, aside from just travel around and just simply kill things and explore ruins and collect things, with which I can't do anything with in such a small restricted area, even though the area I traveled in was fairly large. Now, one of the gripes I will say is that I feel like the audio from NPCs is spoken way too often. I would very much like for them to add an option where you can choose how frequently the characters talk to each other, because I feel like it is way too often, and it won't be long before you've already heard everything that they have to say within at least 5 or 6 minutes of time, because once you heard all of their dialogue, they tend to cycle through it a little bit. So I feel like if they could space that out, or just allow me to switch the audio. Can I switch the audio to Japanese? Can I switch it to Japanese from the main menu? Yes, I can. So it can become a lot less annoying if I were to switch it to Japanese. But other than that, I did have a fun time with Sandland, and I imagine I'm going to have an even funner time when I play the full game when it comes out next month. Hopefully, like I said, it does not conflict with the release of Seofon and Twei-Yin from Relink, because I will be prioritizing Relink if that comes out around the same time as Sandland does. But other than that, I did like what I messed with here, even though it was mostly me talking while we traveled around and blew things up with my super tank. But the aspects of this game is what really interests me, and I'm looking forward to seeing just how Sandland is in endgame once I reach that point. But I'm done for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to this First Impressions of Sandland. Join me tomorrow as we react to the new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero gameplay showcase tomorrow morning at 10. Kitty, like you said, I know you said it was going to be a bit early for you, so you can always tune in after the stream is up. But yeah. Also, to D-Train, my faithful moderator, one of my faithful moderators, mind you. Once again, happy birthday to you. Have a fantastic birthday. Enjoy yourself. Eat a corner of cake for me, because I'm about to eat myself. But to everyone here, all I can say to you is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, even subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples.